All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back. Welcome back to another live session. Looking at Tesla here, it sold off a little bit. Surprisingly, a decent move down after that earnings and other headline, but hopefully it bounces up, especially for those of you who are watching that one longer term. Just a quick side note there. But yeah, coming into today's session, what's moving, what's not. There's two stocks in particular that I really like here. So for those of you guys tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, you can feel free to hit that thumbs up as I write up the watch list here. So there's REBN and TIVC. These are my top two. Now, REBN is up 61%. TIVC, let's see here. TIVC, this one is up 56%. So not a bad move up here at all for these two. Although TIVC is pulling back a little bit. I think we might just see an opportunity out of one of these two stocks here today. Also, as a maybe, I have RPTX. Sold off a little bit, only up 19%, but maybe it does something. Sometimes you never know. So I'll put it in the watch list there. Lionel, JP, Old Hack, how you guys doing? How you guys doing? Guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Holy, GD, Mikey, Wave, Seb. I see you guys here in the Discord tuning in as well. Ron, how you doing? T Hart, what's up? Brum Trader, Jessica Jackson, Lucas, and so forth. Hope you guys are feeling good this morning. So yeah, in terms of trend lines, right? In terms of trend lines, we had a move for, and I'll start with REBN. We had 330. But, before that, coming down a little bit, it seems like we had some trouble around 295. And the low of the pullback, I'll be watching about 250. So that gives me a bit of a range here in terms of how things been moving the last 30 minutes. Not bad. So if hopefully we can see a push over 95. If we do, I want to see a sustain above 3. Can we get candles to close above 3 and then continue? Other than that, looking at the daily chart, going back to February 2nd, February 5th, we had 447 for a high point. 447. Let me make sure my screen recording is turned on. Okay, 447, looking good. I'm gonna come back some more. Let's see if there is another level. All-time highs, it seems like, might have been at 1245. I'll double check that on E-Trade. Well, no, not 12. Okay, well, yeah, not 1245. Doesn't seem like. What's this? 08 2022. What's this date? And I'll move on to the next one. This was August 12th of 2022. Interesting. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. We'll see what we'll see what it does. It seems like there might be room, even like $9 area. Seems like it could be a place to watch. I don't know why the Thinkorswim's charting is so clunky at times. Even 630. I think 632. I'll put 632 here before we even get up there. 632. It's almost like I'm looking at two different daily charts. Not sure why this will happen on Thinkorswim from time to time. But yeah, moving on. So can we, if this is super strong, can we see a move to 6? I mean, from 3 to 6, I mean, that would be super impressive. The other one, TIVC. So we had a high point at 65. And since then, we've been pulling back, lows around 157, 155 area. I do have some trend lines from some previous days, so I do want to go back and check. Okay. It looked like on November 30th of last year, we had a bit of a move up to 321. I like that we are moving up right now for REBN. Does look promising. $224 as well, an area of interest for me on TIVC on a daily chart. Yeah, we'll see how this one does. We'll see how this one does. Right now it's struggling a little bit. We definitely want to see it curl back up and make its way up there. You know, can we get up to 225, 250, attack the pre-market highs, perhaps move to $3, and then I have 320 marked out. REBN definitely seems like it'll be the one I'll be watching into the open. RPTX, lastly, just in case this one does do something after our highs yesterday, 468. 468 after our highs. Let's see. The low of the pullback has been pretty low. I mean, all the way down here around 375. And if it does start to curl up, can we push over, essentially break a 4? I'll put it at 97, but, you know, break a 4 with high volume. Maybe that could lead to something, but, you know, we'll see. The 200 EMA on the daily chart is at 661. If it does happen to be really impressive. Just putting that there, just in case. But yeah, you know, other than that, so those are the three stocks. I got my trend lines mapped out. You know, today, same thing, small size. I'll be using between 500 and 1,000 shares. You know, nothing super aggressive. Um, I mentioned that I'd be willing to size up if something is just like as smooth as butter, but unless I'm really just like super connecting, I'm not gonna look to push it. We've been on a bit of a red streak, a bit of a funk, and so we're officially entering into a bit of a trader rehab here. So small size. I really want to focus on the front side of the move, and I've noticed from studying that a lot of the times I'm late to a stock, and it's super extended. And even the moves we've been seeing, to be honest, I mean, we probably should expect a move here. We've been seeing some really exuberant moves to the upside, but once we get those, you got to watch for a super big drop as well. The pullbacks have not been tight, they've been super aggressive. So with that being mentioned, I need to position myself as best as I can to be successful. So with a couple seconds left to go, let's see what we get here today. Small size to start, REBN. It is aggressive here so far. We got 22. I suspect perhaps maybe a slower grind despite the volatility. Maybe we'll see. But I don't want to be overly aggressive here and get myself red. But over 13, quick push to 22. So far, we're holding up at 3 so far. Okay, I think this is where I might start look to getting involved. The break of 30 wasn't as strong. We got the 35, but it's lingering here. Again, bigger moves and then some really big pullbacks. So from 30 down to 92. The move up itself was good, but a little tricky on the tape. But still, candlestick wise, 30 to 35. But the pullback isn't stopping at 19, 20, and then bouncing. We're making a new low on the pullback. I've been getting caught on that, trying to buy like, 15 a lot, thinking, we're holding up, but so they're definitely seeing that same trend here today as well. TIVC small bounce. Doesn't look too bad. Only one trade so far. It's been active, but not seeing a ton of entries. So far, I think it might need some more time. I don't know if we're quite ready yet. That first minute might have been a bluff. We'll see if it's able to hold up around low 90s. Well, I don't like how the 5-minute chart is looking, so I'll be avoiding trades for now. Okay, it's fighting. I like that we're back above 3. I'm going to watch it take an entry if I get an opportunity here. So I like that we held up low 90s there. I think that was pretty good. A good test of strength. At 88 area. See, but it's going all the way. No chance to really get in here. Well, we see something. We got all the way to 28 right there. From what I'm seeing, it's, in terms of getting fills, I'll probably get filled higher. So I have to be careful. Son of a gun. So break of 3. I'm not one entry here. 46. We got to be careful of a bigger dip too. But so far so good. Nice move. The only thing I think I could have done differently was watch to be more aggressive through 3 for a longer hold. So we are seeing a move, which is to be expected with this type of momentum here recently. How big is the pullback going to be? So far we got a high of 74. Is it worth the high of day shot? A small trade there. The high is at 88. I'm not being aggressive here purposefully. I'm waiting. Let it do its thing and give the pullback. The 5-minute candlestick is young, but we're in a pretty bullish area. So even if it comes red initially, I wouldn't mind. The halt up is at 97. It's very interesting though because with this level of volatility, I would have thought that there would have been at least like two or three trades along the way on the move up. Break of three, we got to about 25. It pulled back to about 11, but it's the type of pullback where it's like the bid flashes down to that price for a millisecond and then it's back to like 18 kind of thing. And this is where I want to be careful. We went from 93 to 87. How low is this pullback going to be? I'll let it do its thing on the way down, and the moment it bottoms, then I'll look to be in and establish my risk. TIVC. The new 1 minute candle is 15 seconds out. Is it possible we might have seen a high pullback, all things considered? Maybe. High of the current candle is 70. Yeah. Well, we get the new high. It's trying, but not quite. But that was quick. So, the low was 57. Well, what was that? 55, perhaps? So the entry there was either 57 or 70. The volume at 70 was aggressive. The candle didn't open yet, but the moment we got to 70, we're seeing 77, well, 74, 77. But ultimately, it's a bit of a false breakout. So the pullback honestly wasn't bad, right? I mean, from 93 to 88 to 55, well, 50, 50 whatever, wasn't too bad. It's trying for break of four. There's a bid. It's a false breakout again. I'm gonna wait here. The halt up is at 49. I'll wait. A little bit of churn, a little bit of chop. There are some bigger buyers coming in, but we're seeing a red candle on the 5. It seems like some buying is coming in here, but still a lot of red on the tape. This candle has 4 minutes left, so it's still young. candle is still young. One, two, 5. I'd really like to see the next push above 4 pull away over the level. We got the 99 right there. It still looks pretty healthy, but I wanna be careful here. Time 43. Attempted a bit of a panic flush there through the level. The bounce is not immediate. We're seeing a gradual bounce. So perhaps the 5 minute setup would have been a better, thought process there. It is curling up, but it's curling up gradually. So the longer hold time right around 45.50. If it's strong, there should be another entry. It's in prime time here. The candle's about to close, but we'll see. I want to be careful of it being on the backside. It's still pretty early, but still, because yesterday we saw like a few different stocks, not just one stock. I'm not taking a ton of trades because I'm not quite in sync. I think if I was in holding longer 40, I would have unwinded here. I mean, it would have been a good trade, 40 cents. Will there be a small pullback before a retest of the high? Or maybe it holds and tries 4 again. Night stops here. I want to see an immediate move if we're gonna attempt to push. Still a lot of churn. Time 47. Still looks good, but can we hold up this area here? No, we cannot. 54. 52 to low of that candle. Now our 5-minute candlestick is looking a little weaker. I do like that the volume is lower though. So it's not ready yet. If not, we probably would have seen a test of 90.95 again. So looks like it needs a little bit more time. Waiting patiently. So I typically like to watch high or low, and the range has been so big. Usually we're maybe seeing like a 20-cent range. The range has been so big that it's usually one or the other, right? As in, rather than seeing maybe like 5 by 520 and getting the opportunity on both ends multiple times very quickly, we're seeing you know 340 by 407. It's a 57-cent range. But I think I should have probably been in here. Maybe could have been a little bit more aggressive just now. The candlestick still looks pretty weak though, and it's about to close in 30 seconds. Good green, but not quite. I needed to be in already holding longer. I could have been more aggressive towards 50 just now. I think we should get a test of the highs here, hopefully. $69, $67, $60, $50. At this point, I'd like to see a good test of strength. It's coming down a little unexpected here. Will we retest the lows, perhaps? Selling pressure is not immediate and heavy. Will we see more selling here? if we do see a bounce, I'd like to see a little bit of aggression at least. Well, we see a little bit of aggression. This is where we could catch short sellers off guard if we can see some aggression in this kind of area here. 65, 70. I might size here 1,000 shares if it wants to keep pushing up. I think this is where we could pull away aggressively if it's good. If not, it could be a bit of a bluff. A little bit of churn. I'll look to get back in, but I'll take that initial position off. All things considered, so far so good. I'll keep an eye. It just moves so strange. Will we continue? It might teleport once the real volume gets in. We'll see. We just don't want to see a teleportation down, of course. So a small pullback there. There's 2 minutes left. If this is a quick 1 minute dip, I don't mind. We need to get over 80 here. Price action for these scalps are so tricky. A lot of fluctuation. Is this it? Are we going to see something over 80? It needs to get through the level here. If not, we can see a rejection again. Still seeing a rejection. Disappointing. We should have saw a better move there at least. 85 and then immediate move down. So it looks like it might be on the backside. Well, the front side move before the consolidation. I think the only thing I could have done differently was perhaps buy for break of 3. An opportunity is going to cost because in that time I was trying to check out this other stock. I mean, even if I was watching at it, there's no guarantee that I would have been aggressive for break of 3. But from that 93 area, we pushed up to 25. Quick, small dip to 11. It jumps back to 17. Once we get back to 25, it takes off. Would have had to been way more aggressive in that area. But I was saying, though, I was interested in getting back in. and hopefully some sort of like pullback trade. I mean, you know, from 25, if we could have gotten back down there to like 305, 307, 308, 3, you know, something like that. The move to 11, I did think about, but it was so quick, and I didn't want to be buying too high towards 19 and then stopping out if the pullback trade was going to come. But it never came. So in hindsight, I should have bought 19 and I would have caught the move up to like 50, 60, which should have been the big bulk of the gains. So it's good that it's curling back up here, but 80 is still going to be resistance. Very surprising bounce. But you know, at least it's resilient. That's good. I'm watching at my share size, but you know, I have no choice. Cannot size up, not yet. $82 is the mark. 82. Can we get over 82? So this is where I get into a bit of a, you know, interesting situation. So again, higher low for me. That low, I'm not interested in it, and the high is all the way up at 4. We're in the middle right here. It kind of eliminates a lot of what I want to do. So I could try for 80. I can try for 80, and of course trying for 80 is essentially trying for 4. If the volume is right over 80, can we see a move to 4? But it's a bit of a stretch, you know, it's like we're in a bit of a stretch kind of situation there. We're seeing some bids. Come on. I want to see us right through 80. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, if you're not actively trading, be sure to hit that thumbs up. If you're a new viewer, you can consider subscribing to the channel as well. Right now, I've sized down drastically compared to my normal size. And I'm waiting for a little more consistency before I look to size back up. Share size for me is a privilege, and I don't want to be using it if things are too choppy. The new candle, about 40 seconds out. So far, we are getting a small consolidation here about above 60. We'll see if it continues to hold. I'm just waiting patiently, though. Waiting patiently. If the volume looks right for a push through 80, I'll try. Tight stops. Bigger goal is for a move through 4. Let's not blink, or we might miss it if it does go. 69. Waiting patiently. Never good when a burst of green on the tape results into an instant couple cents down, but okay, cool. The spreads have been pretty tight on this one for the most part, so the fills haven't been bad. I think I'm a little too rigid towards what I'm looking for. Just got to be a little flexible. Just a little flexible. Not super flexible, just a little flexible. This bird has been whistling out there since 4 a.m. I don't know if that's coming through on the Discord. Maybe it is. I am willing to re-average here, but just watching for now. The volley, it's like the level 2 moves so weird on this one. I mean, these last couple days, really. There's a ton of selling here. I'm a little slow to buy back. That's me right there, a little slow to get back in. But it's a good recovery from the level. This is where I'd want to see us march on up there to 80. I should have bought for 47, a little slow to get in. 10 cents difference. But yeah, let's see if this is able to hold up. If not, maybe it does come down, but the volume is low. Doesn't look bad. If there's a breakdown and reclaim, I definitely need to be in. Come on. It's just not decisive at all. Try one last time. It's not decisive. It's definitely a churn. Worth a shot. Worth a shot. Worth a shot. But I still think though maybe I could avoid some of these trades. I did mention wanting to not trade the pullback, but it looks good. It looks good. But coming down for new lows. The pre-market high at 30. Backside, maybe. Hard to say. This is ideal for the 5-minute setup, but not holding up. Where I thought it would have failed is with this red candle here. But once we get that bounce, I'm watching at it as a bit of a reset, and I like the dip again, but the dip is not holding. This dip at 51, I should have been in. That one was on me. The first one, a little tricky. Initially in this area, I kind of want the stock to bottom because I have no idea where the dip is going to be. And was this 50? I think this low was 50. No, 43. But on the level 2, the price action is not as decisive. We're there. We see a ton of red. It slows. There's even some green. But then we either don't get a push up or there's even more red. And I kind of stop out. Sometimes it does curl back up. So a little tricky there. Waiting patiently. Perhaps we'll see something else. It's 10:09 a.m. If it doesn't hold up here, it's definitely backside. TIVC, RPTX, those two are not holding up as well. crap, I'm muted. Holy smokes. I always do that, man. I always forget. Goodness. Yeah, I'm saying if it's gonna mean business, we gotta start to see something pretty soon here. As the candlestick on the 5 is winding down. We gotta start to see something soon if we're gonna give a move. Time? Time is, we're coming into what, I think a minute 20 seconds left. Are we gonna see a attempt here at least? I'm gonna sell some as they're not pushing through as immediate as I would like. So I'll give it a sec though, of course. I don't mind trying to scalp the high if the volume comes in here. Or to push over this range and a retest of 80. But as usual, tight stops. The candle's about to close. So we're gonna see a new candle here. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Big level here. It's definitely a struggle. I'll probably try again. I need to see the immediate push through the level here. Immediate push. All right, much better. But can we hold? I really like to see 80 out of this if it's any good. There's 70. If it's really strong, it can go all the way to 4, but that's to be determined. Come on. Talk to me nicely. Perhaps failing. Yep. Well, maybe not. How's the 5-minute candle looking? Maybe not. Maybe we try again. Do we have what it takes to try again? KB, is this it? Can we get through 80 this time? Where are those bulls? Where are those bulls? Is the volume slowing down? Maybe. The new candle is 2 minutes out. We gotta hold up our levels here if we're gonna stand a chance. To the moon, to the moon, to the moon, to the moon, to the moon. Do not fail. Do not. Good. This should be good. This should be good. This should be good. Can we see it? Can we see it? Can we see it? Here it is. Follow through, follow through, follow through. How do we hold up so long right there and still not get the follow through, man? Come on. Well, at least that was good. Hey, that was good. Such a strange stock. Strange indeed. What was the initial high, I wonder? 40? I gotta really, I gotta do a better job on that dip there. I already studied that. What's that, man? That type of price action. 35 back to 10. Ay, ay, ay. Again, it's a pretty big range. 30, 45 for the high, or 40 for the high. I think we pulled back as low as 75. Low of the last is 4. Still a pretty huge range. I think we've seen this momentum before one time. I can't remember which month it was last year. My trade is struggling so much. False breakout. Struggling there about 35, 40 area. Time 22, 3 minutes left, 2 minutes left. You got to be careful of the backside. Although I'm leaning towards it not being there yet, it's still possible. I've expected to see 410, 415 here. Could this be the backside? Mistakes. I think that trade where I bought back at 410 was a mistake because I did study that. You know, any dip that's just a little too much off the highs, you got to be careful of that secondary flush. Because even if I'm thinking just 10 cent stop or so, in those areas, the volatility is so heightened that you could easily get caught 20 cents, 30 cents more, 40 cents. Well, it's 10.26 and I'm flat. So I do have to consider easing it down even with this small size. The first move up, I didn't stand a chance because the dip from VWAP initially around 933 didn't watch that area for trades, and the breakout just went all the way up. From there, it was a little bit of consolidation, or let's just say a lot of consolidation. It's been consolidating from 9:35 a.m. to 10:18 a.m. before the last green candle there through the highs up to 440. I'd say all of this was consolidation. So some of the dips a little tricky. Right here needs to get over 405. Could be interesting. I'll try again. It's having trouble. It's not failing, but it's not going. What's it gonna be? I'd really expect to push to 15, 20, 25, but just a churn. Maybe it's getting shorted? And a little too much size there just now. It did go up to 2,000, which isn't good. Gotta stick to the 1K size. On the last breakout, we were very close into a halt level. In fact, it went right up to the halt level, but bit of a false halt. The thing is with those with the level out of the false halt, the thing is with that dip is the time aspect, right? When that dip happens, I'm on high guard, but if we hold that level long enough, I become interested. Throughout the history of that trade, it works well under that context, but recently it's definitely been blazing. Big levels here. Is this the beginning of the backside? Or maybe not. I'd stop here. I'd want to see 85, 90. If we are to see a quick bottoming wick here. If not, I'm back out. Yeah, scratch trade. This could be the beginning of the backside. But, we'll probably have to wait another 5-10 minutes to see for sure. But the current candle is 4. There's 2 minutes left in the current 5-minute candle. And IVF, keeping an eye on this one as well. The high right there was 73. There's a bid. Will it continue? There's another bid. The halt is at 90. If it's to go all the way, would be good to see. There's 87. Can we get up there to that halt level? And IVF. Halt level now at 97. Sizing down a bit. Maybe we see a pullback here. We will. There's break of 80 for REBN. Will it get back up there? 85.90. Back over 4 could be interesting if it gets all the way there. I gotta be careful with this pullback because the wick on the 5-minute is kind of big. I don't want to see an immediate move back to 70. Might just come down here. Might come down. Let me do a rotation here. Is there anything else? Trader rehab, day 1. Can't believe we're in trader rehab, but you gotta accept reality. You gotta accept the story the market is telling you and make adjustments. If not, we'll be doing the same thing and expecting change, which is, of course, insanity. So, we gotta do what's right, do what's in our best interest, take a small step back to take a big step forward. I think I did make one big mistake, again, getting in on that dip, which was a little too extended off of the high. And it wasn't extended enough to where it was like a good panic flush. It was still in between. So I think avoiding that loss right there, we would have ended at least 250 in the green on the other stock, which would have been nice for the share size we've been using. With the bigger size, it'll all be relative. It'll be relative. So just got to keep at it. Day 1, successful. Tomorrow again. So we'll see if something else pops up, but I think maybe that's it. Seems like the first wave of momentum might officially be over, unless this thing here does get back over 4 REBN. If it rips back over 4 high volume, maybe there's not a chance at the highs, but I don't know. It could be backside, I think, here, especially with how this candle shaped up. I guess time will tell, but we'll see. Getting the red days under control is the first step. This right here gives us longevity to work through this momentum that we're seeing here, rather than being down 2K every day for weeks straight. And it looks like our REBN is coming down. Yeah, instead of being down 2K every day for like 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks, day number 2, day number 3, day number 4, we start reducing that size and stop the bleeding. So day 1 successful. On to day 2. So tomorrow will be Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow will be Thursday. We'll see what the market has in store for us. Today's a scratch day for me. Again, I think we made that one mistake there. Other than that, the beginning here is where I had the issue. The first candle, I think I took one trade. I would have to have been ultra aggressive, which I'm not trying to be ultra aggressive to make anything here in this candle, right? First green candle of the day, if we bring it back in summary. It's a little volatile. We open up around 12 or 10. Where do we open? We open at 9. Over 13 that I think we could do something there. Yeah. From 13 we got to about 22 and then we pulled back. Could I have been in at 14, selling at 22? Perhaps. That's a trade maybe on a more aggressive day I'll take. But I'm also trying not to be super red very early. So despite that opportunity being there, maybe a little on the conservative side, you could say, with what's been going on, I think that's somewhat fair. But yeah, but there's a 10-cent opportunity there. It dipped down to about $3 initially, and I think this would have been another aggressive trade. It's one of those situations where it came down, but there's still red printing, a little bit of green. It's like I could have been in at 05, 06, and it flushing down to like 95, not 95, like 90 or 85. Didn't think it was worth the risk. So that was the second trade I missed. That did go from 301 back to like 315 and then 322. From there is where we kind of broke down and started hanging out around 90, 93 area at the VWAP. Mentioned on the stream that I didn't like I didn't like this area. I thought it was too soon to really get involved still. But if we were to get back above 3 and hold above 3, I'm interested. It does get back above 3. I am interested. But the move was so aggressive, it basically went to 28, I think, is what I saw, which was the high of this candle. Without really giving a proper dip. We initially went to about 23. The 11 came, but from 11 we were back at like 18 in like a millisecond. From 18 back to 22, 25, 28, and then immediately to 74. So I didn't really get an entry in here, which is the area I would have wanted to capitalize on and be out of here on the day. Right here. If I could have gotten green there, I would have just shut it down because that was the goal. Trade the front side move and try not to stick around too long into the consolidation. So once we started getting into this, especially like right here, this is where I could have for sure said, okay, enough is enough. Taking my couple $100 and I'm out. Is there opportunity in the consolidation? Of course there is. but I've been having trouble. And I think even from today too, I have to like just, ignore the noise of the tape, which is somewhat hard for me to do because it's been paying off so well these last couple of months. But at least for this stretch, I gotta zoom out a little bit from the tape, the level two and the time and sales, and just give the candlesticks a chance. Because when you really look at it, okay, this move down here I didn't really like, but this consolidation it was pretty fair. I gotta try to be a little bit more aggressive to be in once we've priced in the low, and just give it a stop in place. A 10-cent stop maybe would be fine, especially since we're holding this tightly, and then give it a chance. And it worked out really well right here. We went from about 55 to $4. False breakout, and then it tried again. Right here, the dip a little tricky off the false breakout, but not too bad. NIVF, is it worth it? Back over 70, it's looking interesting here. Initially, I'm thinking it's the market, but after 4 days, you got to start saying, okay, some of this is me, right? So I want to make sure I rewatch this in full, and this is where studying really pays off. Who's studying and who's not. And I'm gonna go back and just watch this entire first hour, start to finish, without even skipping through. That's gonna be my real recap today. Rewatching this entire hour session, and over time of doing that, it's just gonna become very clear what I need to do. Just like these professional athletes will watch the film. You gotta watch the film. Well, yeah, NIVF, we'll see if it does something, but thinking maybe this is the day. Thinking this is the day. REBN looks like it's backside. Yeah, I was very suspicious of this red candle here, man. I did try back over 80 because I thought it could have been worth it. Was this back over 80? No, this is back over 405. It's a bear flag, right? This is a bear flag here. This is also a bear flag here. And it's like if we can get over the high, potentially there might be something. So I did try at 79, even if it's just for like 10, 15 cents, but didn't work. Another bear flag. At this point is where I would not even consider trying to trade the bear flag. Once the 5 minutes chart starts to look too weak. So down here, there's no way I'm still trying to buy this. I think there'll still be opportunities for some traders, but this is not my type of style right here. Like all the way down here, it's just a little too much. Too much weakness, really. But yeah, I think this is a good place to shut it down. So for those of you going all the way till 4 p.m. and beyond, continue to be disciplined, continue to be patient. A successful day here of Trader Rehab. I think Trader Rehab is not successful when you implement the new rules, the new share size, and then you kind of still revert back to what you were doing, which was not working. We did not do that, which I think is pretty successful. We still have to work on eliminating some of those mistakes though, in terms of like technical mistakes. So yeah, other than that, I'd say very good day. Am I forgetting anything else here? Let's see. Hit that thumbs up, of course, as usual. Hit that thumbs up. Uh, yeah, check out the Discord. Check out the scanning software here, Momo Pro, if you guys are interested in a scanner. We got NIVF still trying. Other than that one, there's not much else. I think I am out. Stay safe, stay green. Check out the classes as well. Check out the classes if you are interested in this hyper scalping style. All right. Check out the classes, which we do have a coupon code Miami for 40% off. in honor of the next day trading meetup. So all the team house members will be assembling once again. We'll be hanging out in Miami in the summer. That should be fun. For those of you guys who are in the classes, your name will be entered into a wheel, and we will be spinning the wheel, and one of you guys will win a trip where we pay for your flights to and from, and we pay for your stay for the entire week. So you guys can look forward to that. You can look forward to the chapters if you're someone who's now getting involved. And other than that, yeah, I'll catch you guys later. NIVF, is it worth watching here? The Hive Day level's at 88. This is how you can get sucked back in, but the opportunity isn't looking bad. That red candle on the 5 going down was super weak, so it needs some really high volume coming up at 89, which I do have marked out as resistance. If not, perhaps a cup and handle formation. Will this be any good here? The birds are chirping like no tomorrow. Pretty warm day. It's 73 degrees over here. It's kind of hot in here where I am. When you have all these monitors, man, I tell you, these monitors, if it's 70 degrees, the monitor is adding at least an extra 10 degrees. So it's more like 80 degrees here. All the heat. Gotta turn on the fans. Turn on the AC. Yeah, okay, NIVF having a hard time. Maybe it needs more consolidation. I think I am out. Yeah, I'm out of here. Stay safe, stay green, guys. Enjoy the rest of the day. If you are heading out to the day job or working on a different business or project, have some fun. Let's be sharp. Let's study up later today and come back for tomorrow morning, bright and early again at 9:15 a.m. I'll see you guys later. Stay safe, stay green. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. And oh, hold up, this thing is coming up. I want to see it hold above 90. I have small size. 89. I'll try right here, tight stop. 94. Getting sucked back in, but the opportunity looks good. I'd love to see 2 and then a break of 2 eventually. It's a little choppy though, despite holding above 89 for at least 30 seconds so far. 95 back down to 90. Sizu halted up or halted down. $12,000 share bid, but still nothing. Or 15,000 share bid, really, 89. It's having trouble. Might not hold up. We'll see. We'll have to give it time. Oh, Sizu, oh my gosh. Wow. That one fell off a cliff. But it's halted up though after a bounce up. Yeah, NIVF, I'll leave it alone. I'm out of here. Stay safe, stay green, hit that thumbs up on the way out. I'll catch you guys next